You know, I've noticed a fact. A lot of us elders have some chronic aches and pains, right? I'm no exception. Yet when I'm given a Sunday message or facilitating a group of unity people, I can't feel them. I don't even think about them. I'll bet you can identify. We all have irritants in our lives. Some of the time, we even have perplexing and upsetting problems to deal with. Yet when we're enjoying an evening with good friends or engaged in creative work or even watching a great movie, we don't feel as though we do. It seems that happiness is more powerful than problems or pain. It seems that happiness attracts and enhances life energy. Well, how about this for a prescription? I love it for one who's thought I always had to work hard for everything good in my life. How about this? How about we do that which brings us joy, period? It's okay. It's more than okay. It's what we're here for. So I'm going to challenge y'all and myself to reflect on these questions. What makes me happiest? When is it that I lose track of time? What makes me forget my aches and my problems, my irritations and complaints, my regrets and fears? What engages my body, mind, and spirit so completely that the only thing that exists for me is the present moment? I would suggest to you this morning that this is the key to the puzzling questions I'm so often asked. This is your purpose in life. Follow your bliss. It's become a cliche. Mary Morrissey says, follow the energy. Follow the path. Spend time with the people who fill you with life energy and let go of everything that drains it. Because when we're at peace with ourselves and our lives, we are available. We can hear the guidance of spirit whispering in our hearts. We have the courage to respond, that classic response. Speak, Lord, speak. Your servant is listening. I'm going to give you a very personal example. I hope you'll bear with me. But several years ago, Seth and I set out for a well-earned vacation. We were driving all the way to Colorado for the celebration of my grandson Sean's graduation from college. On the way, we stopped to see my sister Nancy, who had just been admitted to a Greensboro hospital. After a couple of days, we continued our journey to Boulder, but feeling downhearted, kind of worried, and guilty for leaving Nancy. We knew she was surrounded by family and friends, and that there was very little we could do for her at that point, but still, it felt wrong, almost wrong, to be happy. For most of that 2-day trip, I especially felt drained and exhausted. But once we arrived in Boulder, and days passed filled with companionship and celebration and love and laughter and a huge, generous portion of the natural beauty of the Colorado mountains, life energy surged once again in body, mind, heart, and spirit. So we stopped to see Nancy again on the way home. By then, the immediate crisis had passed, but she was struggling with the reality of an uncertain future filled with painful medical treatments. Clearly, my moment to serve had arrived. Nancy was reaching out, not just to her sister, but to her minister, one who knows her and understands her well and loves her deeply. It seems that many people had offered her compassion and empathy and encouragement, that all of these well-meant gifts had made her only more depressed, Because what she really wanted was to be able to talk about what she was really going through, which was her life, her live, die decision. She asked hard questions like, what have I got to live for when no one needs me anymore? The kids are grown. The church has moved on without me. Few people even call anymore. But this time, I was ready. I found myself able to honor her struggle and listen in the heart without taking on her pain. Filled with life energy, I could be present. At one point, I asked her, so you're a Unity chaplain, right? Who's been calling your people while you've been so sick? Oh, I handed over my list to another chaplain, she said. They're being taken care of. Oh, they are, I asked. Do you think that other chaplain is giving your people what you would give? She paused. Maybe not, she said at last. I've developed a strong bond with my folks, and they often tell me what a big difference I make to them. I'm telling you what, folks, almost miraculously, I felt Nancy's energy begin to rise. I looked her straight in the eye. What's keeping you from calling them right now? Or even while you're in the hospital having treatments? Why would you wait for people to reach out to you? Why don't you reach out to them? Give your gifts. Serve. I know you, Nancy. That's what keeps you alive. You know, I saw light return to my sister's eyes. She was coming back online. I left her happily dialing away at her cell phone. And those of you that knew her, and if you're in Greensboro, they all do, that Nancy loved nothing more than to be talking to you on the phone. I tell you, my heart was so full of gratitude. As my loved ones had fed me, I could feed Nancy. The power of life had been fed by the power of love. So again, when have you lost track of time, forgotten about your aches, moods, grudges, and problems? Whatever you were doing then, do more of it now. Who knew? The spiritual path is nothing more or less than the path of love. Who knows who you'll meet along the way or what conversations will arise? Who knows what hungry heart you will feed? The secret is this: when we show up happy and filled with life, ready and willing to serve, we are living on purpose and we will be used for good. Sometimes we won't even know the difference we've made. And I've learned that that's God's business anyway. So let's leave this service today with eyes open and hearts awake. The lavish, amazing beauty all around us, right in our faces. Problems, pain, mistakes, failures, so what? In the new reality, they are nothing. You know how you can tell? Because when you look into your lover's eyes or smell a rose in the garden, they are instantly gone. You can't see them, you can't feel them. The moment you look beyond them, they disappear. So every now and then, as you go through your day, pause, breathe, give yourself a moment of solitude and space and quiet, and stay there until your eye clears and your fog that's in your brain lifts. Stay until you've had your fill and you know what is really important to you in that moment. Stay until you can promise yourself that you will go wherever love leads you. And finally, I close once again with our beloved Rumi. I was dead, then alive, weeping, then laughing. The power of love came into me and I became fierce like a lion, then tender like the evening star. Then new events came and scared me, and I wanted to run. But something said to me, don't move. A sublime generosity is coming towards you. Life said, stay with me, and I said, I will, and became a sparkling fountain basking in the sun's life. Thank you, guys. God bless you. And now we're going to invite Deirdre to prepare us for a time of meditation.
This is a beautiful song by Danielle Namaud, and it's called Everything New. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying and I'm through waiting. I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that will never return. I think I finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I'm through grieving, and I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing for someone else's stuff that will never be mine. Oh, I think it's time, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. No, I know it's gonna be everything new. No, not surviving many times before. Broken hearts and slammed doors. It'll be alright, yes, once more, just as I did back then. And I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
I would invite you now, just centered in the heart, to allow my words to wash over you. Just feel them from yet another poet. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To expose your feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To try is to risk failure. But, my dears, risks must be taken, because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing has nothing. She may avoid suffering and sorrow, but simply cannot feel, change, grow, or live fully. Chained by his certainty, he is a slave who has forfeited his freedom. Only a person who risks is fully alive. All of life is a risk, is it not? How is life calling you? What is that risk, that thing, that step that you're afraid to take? I invite you now in the silence to simply let your life speak. Will I say yes to my own life? Will I follow the call of spirit, whether it says stay or go? Will I trust my God, speaking within my heart? Will I have the courage to say yes? And so as we end our meditation this morning, I invite you to affirm with me, I trust God with my whole life. I trust God with my whole life. And so it is. Amen.
Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing.